Hi everyone. I wanted to just send a message out there to everyone who is in support of love, peace, inclusiveness, integration versus separation. Those that believe every human who is a law-abiding citizen is created equal simply by birth, if nothing else. And to those that believe that terrorizing people, being criminals and thugs and racists and bigots and misogynist and Islamophobic, as well as all the other hateful words you can imagine, those people, I wish nothing for them other than conversion. Conversion to a way of life that will make them less angry, because they love their neighbors regardless of who they are or what color they are or who their God is, regardless of where they were born, regardless of what they do for a living, how much money they make. We are everywhere, people of every color, and thank goodness it's what makes us interesting as the human race. And it's also what makes us human. So those that are acting like hateful idiots, to be honest with you, and they are trying to terrorize and put fear in people and, innocent children that they're trying to turn into little monsters versus letting them progress naturally as kids would into inclusive citizens and people of the world. I just wish you would disappear. Like, seriously, we don't need you. And unless you can find some resolution in your soul that will make you have even a modicum of common sense, guess what? You will never win. Thank you to every human being out there that knows what's going on in the United States right now under this person who is supposed to be the leader of the free world or the president of the United States. This is where all of this emboldenedness began, is these people saw and heard what he said during campaigns, because he was willing to say anything. He was willing to walk on nails with no shoes on. He was willing to crawl on the ground and kiss any body part of the devil in order to simply win. I don't think he even cared about winning. That's why he was so shocked, as well as his whole family, because obviously they're not used to winning. But this time, unfortunately, it was the ultimate win. And within that ultimate win, because he was willing to do anything to get it, he got in bed, gave his soul to evildoers and evil devils. And those people are the same ones who were in, the state of Virginia, wreaking havoc over a statue. Put it this way, that statue never had value. It never should have been there in the first place. It was something that it was just like, their relatives left their countries for a reason. Let's say it was religious persecution, which is why a lot of people of the Caucasian persuasion came to the United States. So let's say that their relatives had to look at a statue that they despised because it reminded them every single day of the hatred they had to leave in their true countries to come to the United States to start a new life. I think their relatives, their ancestors, would be ashamed of them. The Ku Klux Klan, this alt-right thing, this whole white supremacy thing is ridiculous, and it's got to go. There's never been a supreme race. There's always been supreme beings, such as good human beings, but anyone who thinks they're, this, like the most supreme race, I don't care what color you are delusional, and it makes no sense, and you're 100% incorrect. So let's always do things with love on top, and let's always be mindful of our neighbors as well as those that are suffering, our brothers and sisters. If we see, whether it's a women's group, or it's Asian people, or black people, or brown people, or tan people, or whatever this huge melting pot of people is, if any white people, if any of us are having issues, let's help each other. And help each other against hate, because there are many more of us that will rule this world in a great way and leave it a better place, hopefully, after we're gone, for our children, if we simply do what we must to remain positive, to keep our eye on the prize, because a lot of things that are going on right now are to distract from Trump's illegal actions, as well as the illegal actions of those in his administration and his own family. He pimped out his own kids. Who does that? Except for a bad parent. But he, in a way, for quite a while, let this go on because it did distract, just like his bullying, as well as the North Koreans bullying back and forth with him over, blowing up the world, basically. Because obviously, if bombs are dropped, they're not going to stop. So we need to keep our eye on the prize as far as cleaning out the septic tank. They talked about draining the swamp. I hope not. Swamps can be beautiful nature reserves with amazing animals and plant life in them, and they're their own ecosystem. So, he talked about basically ruining our ecosystem, if you think about it, with that phrase that he thought was so clever. And in the meantime, the White House is now full of septic tank waste. Let's drain that and keep our eye on that prize. And if, many people ask me if I'm ever going to run for office. They've been asking me this for like 20 years. Honestly, I don't ever really plan on doing that, but never say never. You never know. But if you are someone that is going to run for office, or if you are someone who wants to get involved with a positive group, go ahead and do it. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. I am very involved in several groups, and believe me, my voice is known, and I am for unity, I am for peace, I am for love, and I am for having a great day every day. And I can't wait until the year, hopefully we don't get to 2020 with this dude, or 2021, or whatever the election year is. Hopefully we can get him out of office and all of his cronies as soon as possible, so that we can start anew and start refresh, but always keep your eye on the prize, be safe, use common sense, lock your doors, lock your windows, always have a plan B. But I would like to just say that for now and wish everyone a good night, and hopefully tomorrow is a better day than it's been over the last few.